The lights are shining bright here in Sin City at the Latin Solar Convention. I'm Kiara Smithy with the Morning Energy Show, and I'll be bringing you exclusive coverage of this conference. Industry enthusiasts have gathered at the Latin Solar Convention with the common purpose to enrich their lives and knowledge within the solar industry and connect with other Spanish speakers. Many attendees were excited to attend a second solar conference within the same year designed for Spanish speakers because of the unique culture and networking opportunities it brings.
Back in April, I went with an open heart, open mind, and I connected with people in the solar community. And here we are today. I met Angel Torres for the first time, and we didn't know that this was going to happen. And now collaborating with him and being able to be here as making history for the Latino SolarCon has been such an awesome opportunity and experience.
Another attendee and speaker said,
Well, I remember the first SolarCon, right, towards the second SolarCon. It was a huge dramatic change because I believe that the first SolarCon was almost like sowing the seed, just like this is doing right now. I feel that, no matter the size, they're right now really just creating the awareness that I believe that next year we should be a lot bigger. And with great partners like the SolarCon community, which is just super cool, that we're all just here to bless. I said, there's no competition. We need to have more and more messengers out there spreading the word. And that's what we're doing.
With there being another solar conference held annually known as SolarCon in April, I spoke with the head sponsor of Latin Solar Convention to learn what inspires him to promote a solar event specifically for the Latin community.
I think that everybody from the English community that are part of this event as well is just a huge blessing for all the Latinos, and the fact that we can actually translate into Spanish and everybody can get all that value is huge. I think that solar is not that old. It's kind of new, and so there's not a lot of information or speakers in Spanish yet. And the hopes is that out of these conventions we can start getting the new Latino talents in the solar industry to come out.
With the Latino community being underserved in the solar industry, in regards to the Spanish language translation, he made some valid points about how the industry can consider these groups in the future. How many people did you anticipate would come?
So from what I heard, the plans were always to aim at around 500 people. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be anywhere from 200 to 300. Okay. I think that we're in the 500s.
So 500 people attended?
I don't have the exact numbers, but from what I hear, it's just something like that, yeah.
After speaking with the lead sponsor and head of marketing for this conference, I set out to see what others had to say.
Yeah, and at first I was a little confused, about what was going on. SolarCon obviously is the mecca of our industry, but having this Latin SolarCon and really bringing our people together, because a lot of times the Hispanic community itself feels isolated, right, from the world. So I think this was just a stepping stone to bring us all together, not just Hispanic, but everyone in the solar community. And man, I love the inclusiveness of it, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Walking through the vendor floor, some vendors are having a really positive experience, while others are expressing that they wish there was more foot traffic for them to engage with. Everyone took away something different at this conference, and although there wasn't a ton of foot traffic at every booth, many companies saw this as an opportunity to connect with other businesses that were also exhibiting at the conference.
We've noticed, just beyond your own booth, go around, mingle, get to know people outside of just the booth area, and that's probably been, one of the better ways we've been able to actually get into conversations and book meetings through that process.
The other thing I will say is when you start coming to a lot of these conferences, you start seeing a lot of the vendors over and over, so there's that familiarity as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any vendors that you want to partner up with or learn more?
We actually already partner with a couple of vendors that are here. Yeah, I'll let Kaylin handle that.
We actually partner with Gamify and Sales Rabbit already.
Oh, nice. Other vendors expressed their appreciation for the conference despite growing pains and lower than expected foot traffic at their booths. You have Kumquat Energy, we have energy drinks, we have supercars, we have networking. How has the turnout been for you as a vendor? What are you taking away?
Hey, it's the first ever Latin Solar Convention. Got to start somewhere. It's a little light with the traffic of people, but we're making the best of it.
As keynote speakers hit the stage, attendees are engaged, soaking in valuable insights, and eagerly seeking strategies to scale their business. There are a list of respected leaders in the industry such as Taylor McCarthy, Michael O'Donnell, Brad Mortensen, Kevin Silva, as well as other experts who sat on a panel discussing topics from sales, leadership, and much more. Jacqueline and Andy Elliott discussed the dynamics of a relationship when working together in business. And Andy brought the heat as he made some thought-provoking points to help inspire action in the audience. Andy Elliott on the stage behind me, and he is known to provoke action and get people outside of their comfort zone.
You're gonna win with this one? I thought I was gonna win so big that I made an agreement to be with you until I die.
What do you have to say to people that are like, you're polarized?
Well, most people hate the truth, so I'm totally okay with it. And those people one day are going to wish they would have listened to it. But that day's not today, so I'm not going to sit around and wait on them.
On the topic of serving the Latin community by providing more sales training and education in the Spanish language, that has now been fully translated into Spanish to help serve a community that historically had limited resources when it came to the solar industry.
Be here today and introduce Pase Lo Que Pase, which is the Spanish version of No Matter What. That book is a best-selling book that I released at SolarCon a year and a half ago, and now to be at Latin SolarCon releasing it in Spanish. It's very exciting. SolarCon that's the big show. That's the thing we're all waiting for. That's where, you know, this is a nice show for this community. It's an extension of the bigger community, but that's the big community. We've had two so far. The first one seemed like it had been going on 10 years, and last year's was just out of the park.
This convention is not just a meeting of the minds. It's a platform for growth, collaboration, and a bright future in the ever-evolving world of solar energy. Entrepreneur and influencer Kevin Silva expressed interest in unifying the two separate conferences in the future.
I think the SolarCon in April provided a lot of value and a lot of, just great content and a voice for a lot of the solar industry. I just think where a lot of the industry felt a little bit left out was in the language barrier, right? I think a lot of people were there in the stages hearing the speakers from all types of walks, from recruiting to sales to development to everything. And I think a lot of people just stepped away because they just didn't understand it, right? And there was no subtitles. You know, when I think opportunities arose to collaborate well with SolarCon, I like the fact, and I'll be honest, I like the fact that they stuck to their guns and said, no, let's keep this standard. So I respect that in a marketer. I'm a marketer myself. My company, we focus a lot in marketing, in intelligence, artificial intelligence, and things like that. So I like UI, details, things like that. So I like a lot of the marketing that they bring forward, and I think it's a great collaboration and kind of like a follow in the path SolarCon has paved for the industry.
This unique blend of festivity and dedication defines the Latin Solar Convention, where the joy of solar energy meets the quest for knowledge. We are wrapping up the Latin Solar Convention right here in Las Vegas, where everyone took away something different from this conference. We had a mix of vendors, attendees, and keynote speakers all attend this conference. Vendors expressed interest in seeing more people attend in the future, where attendees said they had a great time networking with people in their community. Keynote speakers said they had a lot of positive feedback from the crowd as they shared tips and tricks to improve their business and community within their organization. I'm Kiara Smithy with the Morning Energy Show, bringing you the story from behind the scenes Latin Solar Convention.